If you are feeling behind and like you always have to rush through everything, maybe you can relate to this. Hey, my name is Dars. Welcome here on this channel. Every day we are taking those baby steps to learn and grow and get things better. Bit by bit, piece by piece, we're getting there. So, I recently had a realization. Love those. Love that for me. Realizations up and down, left and right. And okay, so let me get to the realization momentarily. But first, I used to rush through everything. And honestly, I'm still working on it. It's still kind of a work in progress. I'm trying to still take this realization and put it into practice. But I would rush, and I think I've talked about this before. I would literally run. When I would go park my car at the grocery store, I would get out of my car and run to the front doors. And I would only not run inside of the store to like get my stuff. I like speed walk. The only reason I didn't run inside the store is because you're not supposed to run inside of stores. So I would like speed through the grocery store to get my groceries and then run back to the car. Unless I have a full cart or a big arms full of bags, then I would maybe walk or speed walk. But I would speed through things like my homework, try not to think about it, just like get through it as fast as I can. Cleaning, just speed through it. Dishes, baking, anything that I did, I was always like, let me see how fast I can do this. And if I feel like I'm not doing it fast enough, then I'm going to try harder next time. Like it was all about productivity for me. Like, let me be productive as much as possible with my time. Let me be super efficient. Let me get this done in record time. Like, beat myself every time that I do it. I have to do it faster. So obviously that is hard. It is like a constant pressure on yourself. It is very just like draining to just feel like, oh, I'm not doing it fast enough. It's never fast enough. I have to be more efficient. I have to be more productive. And it's just painful over time. It's just like, oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. So there's that part of it. But then there's the other side of it where, okay, so I have been working with people more lately than I used to, because when I was a stay-at-home mom, I would just, it was like me, myself, and I with my kids, and then my ex. But so there wasn't a lot of like having to work with people on projects or like see how other people did things. So as I have worked with other people and seen how other people work and how they process through workflows and creative processes and how they think through things and how they just like do their work, I'm like, okay, there's a different way to do things. That is very different than the way I do things. Like even when it comes to my creative processes or paintings or drawings or whatever I do, it's like I have to do it as fast as possible. I have to, it's not like, okay, let me relax into it and just paint this tree for 20 minutes or 30, 40, 50 minutes or an hour. Like, no, it's let me see how fast I can do it. Let me get this done. So yes, creative processes even for me have been very rushed, very efficient, very productive. Well, that's not exactly productive or honestly efficient in the long run, because maybe in the short run, maybe in the short term, it's like, okay, you got the painting done fast, but maybe it wasn't the best painting, or maybe you got the dishes done fast, but maybe you could have cleaned them better, So, or even like over long term, like you're used to doing dishes so fast every time. It's just kind of like, it's draining on your mental capacity. Maybe not for you. Maybe for you. Yes, no, maybe so. Comment down below. That rhymed, honey. I didn't mean to say honey. That rhymed. That's funny. Okay. Anyways, so as I began to work with other people on projects, I noticed, there's a different way to do things. Like not everybody rushes through everything and tries to beat their time record on every single thing that they do. Okay, so I registered that, I noticed that, and I was like, okay, they do it different than I do, fine, I'm gonna still do it my way. And then I started realizing that, or like, there was this one day that I was working on a project, right? I'm doing some creative, like, graphic design thing, and the heat just turned on at disregard. If you can hear in the background, sorry. It's probably not that bad anyway. So I'm working on this like graphic design, right? Where a lot of times when I am working on a design where I don't have to like think about the words yet, or like I'm just doing the design of it, the layout of it, and not so much trying to figure out what words to write. Because words for me take a lot of brain power and it takes a lot of thinking and focus. But when I'm doing the layout, I usually get my earbuds and put on some music or a podcast or something, listen to something while I'm doing my creative work. So I was working on one of these, it was probably a thumbnail for a video, working on one of these creative projects, layouts. Put in my earbuds, listening to some jams, and before I knew it, like an hour had passed. I looked up and I was like, although I don't wear a watch, but I just, for expression of a visual. Wow. So much time has passed and I just completely blanked out, like completely lost track of time, completely just got so immersed and soaked into what I was doing. Did that make sense to say soaked? I don't think so, but so immersed in what I was doing that I just was so into it. I just like didn't know what was happening around me. Whereas when I rush through things, I'm like constantly like, oh, the time, 10 minutes passed or 15 minutes passed, or oh, like I gotta do faster. I gotta do this more, like, well, okay. So I noticed that on that time. And then again, and usually when I go to like put my earbuds in to do a creative project like this, it's like a little switch in my brain. Like, I don't know if the earbuds, I think I trained myself to somehow, when I have earbuds in my ears is when I can really focus on creative things, because that has been my video editing. Like every time I go to edit a video, it's earbuds in, computer open, turn the mouse on, and I'm in it. Like I'm on it, I'm doing it. And so across now my 9 to 5 work, I've started doing like the same thing, kind of like put my earbuds in and I'm in focus mode. I'm in creative. Let's get this done. But so when I am switching tasks from like a more left brain, or like I have to focus on something, to, okay, let me get my earbuds in. I can listen to music or listen to something. There's always that moment where I'm like, I open the project, I start doing the thing, or I start thinking how I'm going to do it. And then I'm like, oh, let me get my earbuds. So it's like a quick, okay. So I put my earbuds on and then, okay, now I can push into it. So I've noticed those times that I do remind myself, like, let me get my earbuds, put them on. I think about that project as kind of like a different type of project. And so that kind of has helped me realize and make this realization, I think, about the rushing, and then compared to the times where I slow down and relax and I immerse myself in it, then the time just passes by so fast and I'm not like trying to rush through it. So my point is about that, if that was kind of confusing, if I didn't have that trigger of like, let me get the earbuds, I might not have also had the realization that, oh, these are the times. Does that make sense? I think if I wouldn't have had that switch of like, let me get my earbuds, I'm repeating myself multiple times, how would I have defined that in my mind? Like, you have to recognize something is happening before you can start to make a change about it, right? So I first recognized it, and then I started having that realization of when I really relax and slow down and focus, is when I get my best work in, when I'm more creative, when I feel better about what I did, when I actually really just lose track of time and just enjoy what I'm doing instead of feeling like, man, I just got to get this done. Like, I have to move on to the next thing. I can't focus on this all day. So, okay. So there's that, right? And I had multiple times then where let me get my earbuds, and I realized afterwards that this is what's happening, that when I really focus and lose track of time and I'm not rushing is when I feel better about the thing. And so even after a few times of that, I was still like not really registering that this is how I can focus. Like, I don't have to rush through everything. I think even watching other people not rush through things, I started that started the whole snowball effect, right? But it started getting me thinking like, okay, I don't have to rush when I have to go to the bathroom. I can just walk to the bathroom and like do my thing and wash my hands. Like, I don't have to rush through all that. I can literally, oh my goodness. And then like when I sit down to read a book to my kids, I'm always rushing through it. I'm just like, I need to hurry up and finish this. No, I can sit down and just lose myself in the story, read the book, enjoy the plot, whatever, the photos, the kids' book. Like, man, when I tell you everything that I have done in my daily life has been like, I need to rush and get to the next thing. And throughout this realizations of this creative work, I have slowly begun to also implement that in my daily life. Just like, okay, not rushing to the bathroom. Okay, not rushing to read my kids their books at night. Not rushing to like get them to bed. Like, I have been conscious of the fact that I was rushing through things previously, but I didn't realize how much of a thing it is in every facet of my life until now. So if you have been feeling rushed, if you feel like you rush through things, if you feel behind, well, maybe that's part of the reason why I was rushing, is because I like felt behind and I need to hurry up and get to the next level or something. But really, maybe you need to dive deeper into something. Maybe you need to embrace something more and really immerse yourself in it. Like, it's not always about how many things you can get done. It's how well you can get things done that you are doing. How much focus can you put into it? How much enjoyment can you get out of it? You know, it's not about the rush. So if you've been all about the rush, try your hand at just a little focus and immersion in that thing, in anything, whatever it is. And if I'm just the crazy one out here who's just rushing through things like running from my car across the parking lot to the grocery store, so be it. I was the only crazy one, and now I'm learning to not be the crazy one. So, all right. Thank you for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.